How does one keep calm when life feels overwhelming? Sometimes I feel like my nervous system is like a rubber band about to snap. But over the years, I have learned something that stress just didn't just turn up. It is shaped by the moment we open our eyes, how we live through that day, and how it ends. In this video, I'm going to share with you my real anti-stress routine from the moment I open my eyes until the time when I go to bed. By the end of this video, I hope you will find calm, Quality sleep is very important to everybody, regardless of your age. For the past 10 years, I realized that every time when I sleep less than 8 hours, I will feel like my personality totally changed. My stress level is really high. It affects my stress hormones. If you don't get at least 8 hours of sleep, your health can be affected. Me and my partner, we sleep separately because my partner, he snores a lot, and we have a cat, Siri, who, tends to wake me up in the middle of the night. Being a light sleeper, I felt really hard to sleep again. It was really affecting my mood the next day, and I felt tired, exhausted all day. The moment I open my eyes, the first thing I will do is I will do this bed exercise. I'm sure if you have followed me before, you guys know I like to do this bed exercise. It takes me just 15 minutes the most to do it. It helps to wake me up also, and I feel really good after I've done that. At the end of it, I usually like to sit on the bed and just do a little bit of visualization, like what is going to happen today, what are my plans. After that, I will go to the bathroom and wash up, change fresh clean clothes, make myself a cup of anti-inflammatory drinks. It's made of turmeric and lemon in hot water. I practice intermediate fasting, which means to say that I don't eat in the morning. I only have that drink, and then I will fast until when I am hungry, which is around 11-12 o'clock. And then I will have a proper breakfast, consists of yogurt with different kinds of nuts and seeds and dried fruits. And if I have a piece of pizza from yesterday or something, or a toast, I will eat them so that I'm more full. I do this fasting is to regulate my energy and give my body a slower, steady rhythms. In LG, my partner, he has to eat breakfast on his own. He eats very fast, and if I eat breakfast with him, I will feel very stressed out also. So it is really good that I could eat after him or during lunchtime on my own, so I can relax and enjoy my breakfast. After my turmeric and lemon drink, I will start to think about lunch. So usually I will use that time to prepare food for the day, while LG sit in the living room scrolling. He's somebody who is used to reading newspaper, so he does that in the morning, the whole morning, until he fall asleep on the couch. You probably wonder, hey, how come I never tell him about doom scrolling? In fact, I did. I tried and it didn't work. It's very difficult to teach an old dog new tricks, and it is his life. He's retired. He can do whatever he wants to do. I'm not his therapy. I'm not his mom to tell him to stop. I'm not his rescuer. So he can do what the heck he wants to do as long as he don't come and disturb me. And it is also good that he do some scrolling himself quietly, as long as he don't on the volume of the tablet. I'll use this time to cook. Sometimes it's a bit stressful in the morning because the daylight here is really short. Sun go down at around 2 o'clock, which means to say I only have about 1.5 hours to cook and to film. It's a bit tense there, so I prefer not to be distracted, because when I get distracted, my stress level will rise. When I cook alone, I felt more relaxed. I felt like I can focus better, because when he comes in, he always asks me, what is this, what is that, and a lot of questions, and I don't have time and energy to entertain him. Sometimes it just gets too much. So I will tell him I prefer to be here alone. If it is okay for you, then he will just disappear. He'll go to maybe his garage, or he will go down to the basement to do some work, which is really good. So I have more peaceful time. If I do a recipe, a food looks much better and more natural under real natural light. If I were to use the kitchen light, the lighting is going to destroy how the food look like. So it can be a little bit stressful. So I try to take it easy, and then find those recipes that doesn't require a lot of cooking time. And after cooking, I will eat my breakfast or brunch. Usually I drink green tea throughout the whole day. I don't drink cold drink. I just drink warm drink all day. And I will go to room here, which is in this studio, to do some work. Sometimes I Google map my location. As you guys know, we are going to Malaysia. So I need to do a lot of Google mapping to find which hotel to stay, where to go, where to park, and all this require time, and also planning for my content. And since we will be away for 2 months, I intend to film as much as I can before I leave, so that I could relax a bit. And you guys have one video on every Friday. Before I leave, I will try to upload between 4 to 8 videos. So during the whole January, I'll probably be busy doing a lot of recordings and upload, and I will schedule the YouTube video so you can see 1 week before. So if you're a member, you can watch the video a few hours before the rest of you. So if you're not a member yet, please do that to support this channel. Having a partner can also be stressful. If you're alone, I would say you definitely will not feel as much stressful. We share our house chores. When I cook, he do the dishes. If there's a lot of snow outside, he will remove it with the tractor. He's very supportive. and also a bit of understanding, but need to be reminded. Staying with him for 9 years, it does really requires a lot of time and energy to put two person together with different background under one roof. It's not that easy. Being somebody older, I find it's a little bit difficult for him to understand. Maybe older people, they are used to their own routine and their own way of thinking, so it's really kind of difficult for me to talk him out of one idea, like doom scrolling, for example. You need a lot of reminding, and reminding sometimes can be very exhausting. I don't know how many of you would agree with me on that. So when you remind the person the same thing over and over and over and over again for a few hundred times, it will get very tiring, and I don't like that feelings to nag. And sometimes I felt like I have to, because I have to understand that he's getting older, he needs to be reminded. And from the initial stage, I couldn't understand it, but after staying with him for a while, I just have to accept it. Sometimes, patience can just go off. And I remember there was one time, I think last few days, I asked him to do something, and then he was like looking at me. And, at that moment, I really snapped, because I told him, I said, I never expect you to cook dinner. I just expect you to just help me with this, and then you give me this face, and, I just go mental on him. I normally would feel really bad, but that time I felt really good. I do not know why, because I felt like I need to get this anger, out. Maybe I collected so many of them over so many years, and that is the time where it exploded. And I'm so glad it did that, and not so abusively, I hope. But it just makes me think also, sometimes in life, even with partner, especially with partner, we have to be very clear about, our limits. We have to draw a line. Don't ever you cross here. If you cross here, you're gonna get this. It's really important that you make yourself very clear what you want, and put that line across. Make sure they don't cross it. If you are in the earlier part of your relationship, actually you should start day one, like put up your card and say, this is what I cannot accept. I don't like people to smoke, I don't like people to gamble, I don't like people to drink, I don't like people to talk too much. I think sometimes if you have a partner that talk too much, it's also very, very annoying, because you don't have that peace. As you grow older, the more peace you need. A relationship is like a partnership. You have to negotiate. And you have to learn how to negotiate the right way. We often have a fika at around 3 o'clock. And maybe that's the time where we watch news. I don't like to watch news at night, because I find that most of the news are very negative. Bombing here and there, killing here and there, it's so negative. So I try not to watch news at night before I go to bed. Daytime is okay, you can still handle that, but I try not to. But I try to stop coffee nowadays. I try to drink more tea instead. And instead of eating fika with all the sweet stuff, I made some savory biscuit. And also now during the Christmas, we still have our Christmas fika. We have to finish it. Luckily, I didn't make a lot, so it's finishing. And when it is done, I'm not going to eat that sweet stuff anymore. I'm going to start with fruits in the afternoon. After news, I sometimes he will continue to watch television while I will come back to my room and continue to where I stopped. And sometimes it's really nice to have a pet like Siri, my cat. She will come into the bedroom and snuggle with me because sometimes I like to lie on the bed, on a half sitting position and do my content writings or journaling. So she will just sit beside me or on my lap. And I think it's really, really good to have a pet in that sense. Like, they will immediately, instantly calm you down. And all they need is just love. And when you are petting your cat, I feel really relaxed. And especially if you have eye contact with them, you will feel the connections. Even though they cannot speak, but you can feel it. That's the one thing that we miss nowadays. People are on the phone all the time. We don't even look at each other. We don't even talk to each other. So I think having a pet with that kind of connection is really, really good. And I think everybody needs that. And I really enjoy the moments with her. It's dinner time. We try to eat together during the dinner time, and we try not to eat later than 6 o'clock. When you eat, your stomach is working, and if you eat too late, your stomach is working. You need your heart, to go on pumping, so you will not have a better sleep, and you find it very difficult to like sleep immediately because all the system is like working. So we try not to eat late. We go water gymnastic on Monday and Thursday at 6:30. So what we do is that we will eat dinner much earlier, around 4 o'clock, for our food to digest before we go into the water gymnastic. But the problem with the water gymnastic is like 1 hour very intense exercise in the water. So when I get home, I usually get very hungry. So I just grab whatever things that I have, then I'll just eat them. If I have leftover, I'll eat them. Sometimes, I cook instant noodle, which is ayabaya. It's not good. But I try my best not to eat heavy stuff. So sometimes if I have like soup, leftover soup, I'll just add a little bit of salt because sodium helps to sleep better. If I don't have any salty food, I will eat like a banana or banana and orange just to fill up my stomach instead of being hungry. I can't sleep when I'm too hungry. And then when I go to bed, my stomach keep making sound, and I can't sleep. So yeah, unfortunately. Maybe I'll try to make like a drink, like a hot milk or hot chocolate. But again, hot chocolate, they always have this sugar. So maybe I'll just buy raw chocolate without sugar and just add them into milk and make them in the microwave and then drink them instead of eating. I'll try that method and see if it works. I usually like to eat magnesium tablet like 1 hour before because it helps me to relax. I often make like a big thermos like that with chamomile tea or any relaxing green tea. Then I'll drink them in front of the television. Usually in the evening we will watch a movie. Before I tune into bed, I usually like to pray. I'm not a Christian, but nowadays I pray. I pray for world peace. I pray for health. I pray for my subscribers. I pray for my family, my friends, my daughter. And then I always think about 3 things that I'm grateful for that day. It can be the smallest thing that I'm so grateful about. And then I do a little bit of visualization, like, okay, this day is how it goes, and I'm so grateful for this and that. And I don't want to think about tomorrow, because if I think about tomorrow, then my mind is going to linger and just, continue thinking, and that will not put me in the sleep mode. It will put me in the think mode. So I try not to think so much. But it's so difficult, right? Sometimes when you have a lot of plan and, it just keep going, and so difficult to stop them. Sometimes visualization help. I'm not asking you to visualize what you're going to do tomorrow or the next few weeks. I think I just visualize how my body structure look like, and then I felt like there is a laser scanner that scans through from the top of my body down, right up to my toe, that I am scanning this green light into my body that calms my body down, from every part, every inches. That after the scanning, my whole body become green in color, and that I felt relaxed, that I could just imagine there is an on-off switch somewhere that I turn it off, chick, and now I'm off. My machine is off. And then I try to just imagine my body being really heavy. Every part of my body landed onto this bed, and I imagine it being really heavy, that I could imagine my body, pressing the mattress, and I totally let my weight land on the mattress completely, and I try to slowly breathe in air. And when I sleep, I try to reduce the thermostat or the heater a little bit. Usually I only have them like 19-20 degrees Celsius in the room, and that is the best temperature for me to sleep. And if the room is too hot, I will open the window a little bit and let in some fresh air. My room is facing the road, but I don't really hear any traffic. The only thing that I hear is the heater. Is very annoying. Every morning it will make this tick, 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 tick at the sound. But now I'm getting used to it. So when I sleep deeply, it doesn't interfere my sleep at all. If you have too much things to think, so I think you really have to like train, and it is trainable. The first time may not be successful, but try the second time, third time, you will get better and better. I can guarantee you. Please don't do this. The harder you try to sleep, the worse it will become. All right, don't try too hard. Just put your weight down. Just relax. Breathe slowly. Exhale slowly. Be trying to visualize how calm it is. That's how it works for me. And I hope you try it. If you try it, let me know if it works, okay? This is how I protect my peace and lower my stress every day, intentionally, slowly, from sunrise to sunset. I hope that this is helpful for you. If you do, please give a hype to this video, and I hope to see you in my next